believe, I believe that man in Poland, that family in Poland I just spoke of, is attempting to attack my daughter through mind controlling technology. If you wouldn't mind surveilling her cerebellum at this time, because that's what they attack, is the cerebellum. Where, yeah, no, I mentioned that Bradley Pitt and Matthew Damon attack my cerebellum, and through mind controlling technology is what I mean. Because they have codes to create a dark matter, like to compress dark matter around the cerebellum, and they call it crushing the cerebellum. Are you kidding me? Another thing is, everyone's being mind controlled to leave the world, to leave Earth barren by these individuals, and to remain in their own country. That's what I mean. There's not many French in the United States of America. There's not many Germans in the United States of America. There's not many United States of America citizens in Europe. There's not many. Well, I guess that, yeah, there are Italians, but not from Italy or Sicily. There's not many Australians in the United States of America, and I believe it's mind control warfare being utilized by the Illuminati, and the Illuminati, they say king, the Illuminati so-called king in Poland, and their family, the devil worshipping family, and he's actually traveling right now in a vehicle to Sweden in a helicopter. He just said through mind controlling technology and sent me a mental image that he's in a black helicopter right now. Or a gray helicopter, one of the two. Yep, single blade. Yep, well, four single blades helicopter. Oh, he's leaving for the moon, he said. He just said he's leaving for the moon, yep. He said he's leaving for the moon. And another aspect of them mind controlling everyone to leave Earth barren, just like the same type of plot to destroy humankind and Earth, to mine Earth instead of, since 1900, where space travel was available, mining the asteroids, which these are Illuminati's plots to destroy humankind and to destroy Earth. Why wouldn't we dig rivers like the Nevada desert, the Mojave Desert, Death Valley? I mean, it's completely barren, so why wouldn't we dig a river? You know, maybe somewhere from Oregon down into northern down into northern Nevada and part of Montana into through Nevada and further into New Mexico, perhaps meeting with the Rio Grande and reforming the Rio Grande into a bigger river and going down to the Gulf of Mexico. I mean, it's better than allowing, and that's what I mean, that's an Illuminati plot to mind control politicians and business owners to not allow reforming of the planet of a sort, to refertilize it, you know, because I mean, I'm sure Central Nevada would be much more fertile instead of a desert where no one really does much with it. You know, you can't grow food. Instead of having a desert, you could have a river with some lakes, you know, next to it. So, and to refertilize the deserts, I'm sure the Mojave Desert could really use a river, you know. So why did, I mean, I'm wondering why. Yeah, such as in Algeria and Libya. Algeria I heard is creating a river, and Algeria as well. I mean, why wouldn't they dig a river? Um, I know a Galileo. I shouldn't know this, but I know a Galileo lives, or two Galileos live at the southern area of Italy. One at the heel of the boot of Italy is what they call it, and one at the toe of the boot of Italy. That's where the Galileos live, is southern Italy. And I've never researched that. I shouldn't know that. I also should know that during Trump's visit to Poland, that he stopped in Switzerland, which wasn't publicized in the United States of America, and I've never researched that. I also shouldn't know, but I know through mind controlling technology that that Melania Knopf, I read this, that Melania Knopf sued BuzzFeed and another media outlet pertaining to them saying that she was an escort in Slovenia. Slovenia is deemed a war-torn and sanctioned country, so a reporter attempted to, a reporter from Europe, from the United States of America, who traveled to Europe, went to Slovenia to procure information about Melania Knopf, previously Melania Knopf, now Melania Trump, attempting to procure information about the First Lady of the United States, Melania Trump, or Melania Knopf, of her being an escort. She was actually, that reporter had a very tough time leaving the country after retaining the information, and it is true, is what the reporter said through mind controlling technology, and she was paid to not say anything about that information. When, you know what's interesting with the military compounds, nuclear silos all over the United States, the four military compounds, Halliburton, NORAD, the stations, the military compounds, NORAD, Area 51, the Department of Defense, the NSA headquarters, the CIA headquarters, the DEA headquarters, the ATF headquarters, the FBI headquarters, the Department of Defense, I believe, I might have said. They're trying to confuse my thoughts now. But with all of these military compounds, an array of a global surveillance network of all of these, of 27,000 satellites, with the Linux Foundation and their surveillance capability, with the observatory and their surveillance capability, with and a satellite, a huge receiving satellite and transmitting satellite, Sarah Palin says, through mind controlling technology, on the southern islands of Alaska, with NASA at Houston and their surveillance capability, NASA with NASA Orlando and their surveillance capability, with all of the military bases and their surveillance capability, the CIA locations, besides the headquarters of the CIA and the NSA, with their various locations, with the DGSO, and I believe they have a couple locations. The CIA has locations across Earth, with Mossad, and I mean all of these military compounds and all of these individuals that are employed at the agencies. How is there terrorism? With the Mir Russian station, the Middle Eastern space station, I believe, the African space station, I believe Australia launched a space station of a sort, with 1 million moon colonists and their surveillance capability, with Mars and their surveillance capability, with the International Space Station and their surveillance capability, with I think South America has manned satellites or something like that, with the European Space Station and their surveillance capability. How is there terrorism? other than mind control warfare? I mean, other than, blaming Illuminati billionaires that are funding individuals that would do harm through mind controlling with mind control, funding them with mind controlling warfare and the capability and the funds for mind controlling warfare. How else would there be terrorism criminals? I mean, how else would the Bloods gang originate in the United States of America and be in Canada, South America, Central America, Africa, Russia? You can actually view Russian videos on YouTube of Russia with Bloods and Crips fighting each other in Moscow. Other than mind controlling warfare, how could that happen with all of the surveillance that we have? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. I don't mean to trouble you, but...
What?
Oh, I don't mean to trouble you. I was just curious to know, have you ever heard of mind control?